What do you notice when we rest together like this?
So many things.
Ah.
Just when I sit with you, or then I immediately could feel the also just the how I so love that more and more. It's just about this love affair.
Feels very much like that. Once or twice a thought came in, but it was no big deal. It just came back to itself.
Yeah, because it's like, because sometimes when you're alone or so many things go on in your head, and then when I was sitting with you, I could immediately feel like, what is it that you love? You know, like what is it that really matters? Or it's just being here, enjoying this. And then it went from more personal to just, I could feel almost like, felt like I felt the whole universe. And I also felt that this strength, or this what I thought like was my anger or whatever, I could now feel that it's actually just the force of the universe, of nature. And then I felt a lot of appreciation for all that you showed, and you know, I got like a little bit emotional wave of feeling such appreciation to know you, and that for what you have shown, you know, like, and still do to this system and to everybody.
Yeah. Thank you. Just exquisite.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful, and also, wow, you know, like also the depth of it all, like it just keeps continuing and getting, yeah.
You know, it's interesting. Just I've been playing on Facebook quite a bit, you know, and someone wrote to me and said, you know, why don't you write down your vision of what it would be like politically and economically and all these things. And, you know, I can see that it's like, to me, in the retreat, something happens where all that stuff takes care of itself. And there's no, you know, there's no structure that it's happening in. There's no vision that it's happening in. It's just a way of functioning that everybody participates in. At least to my perspective, it seems that way. No leaders, no followers. It's just being present and exploring whatever comes up, you know, and then like however it needs to work in and of itself, it does it. So, yes, so I see there's so many different operating systems in the world. It's just,
I could feel that sitting together. I can so feel, I have that. I think that's also something that you are very much invite into is, and I feel that every time I sit with you is this really this, like I feel no boundaries, and I feel it's just one big life.
dance.
No, yeah, and no,
Yeah,
no, like even the being human falls away, like that.
yeah,
It's just
yeah,
all part of
yeah,
this. Yeah.
yeah.
I think it's, and for me that's also like what feels very true.
Yeah,
Like,
I understand.
yeah.
Mm. Oh, sweetheart. And thank you. And I really love that you're in tune with what your needs are in terms of hosting the meetings and stuff like that. You're beautiful the way you surf it all. And yeah, it's lovely.
Thank you for saying that. And it does, yeah, and that's also something that I have from you and Mike. So that, you know, like that we can just be yeah, it feels so good to, and I feel so much seen and supported in that. So yeah, thank you. Monica would like to.
Monica. Okay, I see you. Can you see me?
Eva.
Yeah.
At the moment, Eva.
And when I speak, it doesn't bring me in front?
Now you're on front, yes. Thank you.
Okay, good.
I just want to enjoy.
Let's see if enjoying wants to enjoy with us. Yeah.
What do you notice?
I just notice. What do you see when we rest together?
Not so much seeing, but more awareness, more being. All forms are yes, das gehen weg, all forms are fading away a little bit, and it's go deeper, deeper.
Yeah.
More being than forms, than thinking.
Yeah. Yeah. And the nervous system relaxing and releasing. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yes. Yes, the nervous system plays not such a big role then. It's like it's more on the surface, and then it goes deeper and deeper and deeper.
Definitely. Thanks, Monica.
Thank you, Isaac.
There's no list at the moment, so if you would like to sit or speak with Isaac, you can unmute yourself. Or you can type your name in the chat.
Hi, Isaac.
Hi, Lilani.
Hi, can you see me?
I do. I see you perfectly. Anything that wants to be said? Okay. Beauty.
Isaac?
Oh, sorry. I pinned the wrong one there. Hey. Can you see me?
Yes, I see you. I hear you.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Mm. Deep exploration. It's beautiful.
Yeah, yeah. It's like going to parts where it never was before.
Mm.
It felt frozen and identification coming, going, and fullness.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and actually, just one feedback, Isaac. Last time there was this recognition that still something thought it had to be present, and seeing that actually presence is just there. There was 2 days of giving courses, and the system was never as relaxed as this time.
Fantastic.
It was so beautiful, just being there completely relaxed and just being present without this thinking that something or someone has to do something. And just wanted to tell you, to share with you.
Thank you. That is really lovely to hear. Thank you.
Yeah. And even so, there is nowhere to go or nothing to get in sitting together. Always something is happening anyways. It's a rewiring. So and it felt like a rewiring also this time, actually going very deeply.
So beautiful.
Yeah. Thank you all. And I have to leave earlier today to go to work, just to inform you. And
thanks for letting us know. You know, people are so free to come and go as it feels right, and as they need,
Yeah, okay.
You're not stuck here. You can drop in for 5 minutes or the rest of your life.
Complete freedom. Yeah, okay. So thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Hi, Isaac.
Hey, good.
I want to drop in for the rest of my life.
Oh, welcome.
And I also wanted to ask you about Facebook today. Because I also would like to access your Facebook site, but I'm not on Facebook. And
I don't know how to do that. I think
I found out that it's about the settings that you can.
I think actually, if I might share some information about that, is that I think that that you do need an account to be able to see Facebook posts, and Isaac does already put it on public, so you don't have to be Isaac's friends to be able to see it. But I'm not sure, but I think Isaac, like you need in order to see other profiles. I do think you need an account. Like you can't do it without an account. I think.
Yeah, I think not necessarily, because I can access the meetings in Truth. That's the one you set up, Eva, isn't it?
No, that's a page. I didn't set it up, but I am one of the administrators. So you can access that Facebook page without having an account?
Yes, I do.
Yes, me too.
So maybe it only goes for personal profiles then.
And they limit the number of friends you can have to 5,000, and so I have 5,000, but a lot of people follow because that's the way you also can get access, and the posts appear on your thing. Anyway, it's a mystery to me.
Yeah. If it's not possible, then I have to create a Facebook account.
Yeah. Cool. Carl seems to know something. I just saw he made a comment there.
Oh yeah, then I read it afterwards.
Yeah, good. but in some ways it eats up a lot of time.
What you do, you mean?
Oh, yeah, it's easy to get lost there because there's so much, it's like...
Yeah,
especially if you post something that touches people, it's like, wow, then you get like all these comments and projections and
in a way I'm surprised that you are doing that, because I'm not into social media because for my nervous system much.
But for me it just is like somehow I love giving and like some kind of information that gives some thread of what's going on. So some people, because there is a lot of information there, and it seems like with Facebook there's two different ideas. One is that you really have to have absolutely clear information that's double checked and fact checked and all this stuff. And another, like in my view, I don't need to know all the facts. I just have a sense of what's going on, and then either jokes about it or things that give more information about stuff I'd love to post. So there's like with this whole COVID thing, there's a lot of doctors that have different opinions in the official story. And then you get people that are really, it's just if you mention vaccines, that creates really quite a story. It's like somehow everybody wants to have something to hold on to in some sense.
Could you please come up a bit on the screen, because
I can.
in front of your face.
Yeah, no worries. I can come closer.
Wow, that's much better.
Okay.
You're also closer. Although it's close anyway, or no separation anyway.
Did you ever see that movie, The Matrix?
I did. I did already when it came out in the late 90s.
Yeah, fantastic movie. Yeah, and there's that metaphor of taking the blue pill or the red pill. So it seems like some people have taken the blue pill and a lot of people have taken the red pill, and very different perspectives.
Mm. Yeah, last week I met a friend who's actually the love of my life on a human level. But he's not available. He lives in a relationship. But we have this dance with each other for 17 years now.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's a lot of love.
So when you say he's not available, that just means that you somehow, it's holding everything in the context of that, of being together rather than just enjoying the love that is there.
Yeah, it's true. That's what I had to learn, to enjoy the love that is there anyway. Yeah. Yeah, has been a big lesson and still is for me.
Yeah.
To find out that the love is always there.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to share is, so we talked about the Corona situation, and I told him what my point of view is, and it's I think it relates to yours. And then he said, "So you are a conspiracy theorist?"
Oh shit! Yeah.
And yeah, for me, all these labels don't matter, you know.
Yeah.
But it was so funny that he told me, yeah, he had watched videos how to deal with conspiracy theorists, and yeah, and it was so funny to me in a way because I love him so much, and
Yeah.
and somehow in this subject he has a completely different opinion.
Yeah.
And in a way, it doesn't matter for our for our connection, for the love that's much more than that.
Yeah.
So interesting times.
You know, it's like I grew up in South Africa, and my parents weren't political, so I never even knew that it was different anywhere else in the world, because you know there was no TV when I grew up, and the newspapers were all heavily censored. And then suddenly I realized what was going on there, and it was like, wow, what a phew! I've been so asleep, and then recognizing that my parents were racist at that stage of their lives, and it was like, my shit, turned everything upside down. And yet there was still love there, you know. It's like, what can you do? Having been through whatever their lives were, I could understand that's how it was for them. Big love.
Thank you, Isaac.
Veresha, to speak.
Hey, Isaac.
Hi, Varesha.
So I also have fallen, like Michael, yesterday.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, on my head. I slipped away with my shoes and
Wow.
I didn't rest. Now I have to rest. Yeah. And phew, yeah, it's amazing. I also had I followed hang out with Maike yesterday, but I couldn't speak with her. I was really touched because I also had a near-death experience in younger lives with a car accident. And now this stop from life, and I mean, I will manage, no worries. But wow, to see how quick it can go, eh? I mean, I had luck, only bump and yeah, now the brain, but it will balance again. So I'm so grateful that I'm still alive, that we are all alive here together. Wow. Oh, yeah. So let's celebrate life some moments. Mm. 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 What a joy. What a grace to be alive here. So enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you, Isaac.
Thank you.
And all my love to Mike. I gave her Reiki yesterday when she was, yeah.
Nice.
But she's fine. She's fine.
She's good. She's good.
Cool. Cool. Yeah. Okay. See you later.
Miss Delmar would like to speak.
Okay. Hey. Can you see me? Okay, you're still muted. I'll see if I can unmute you. I can't. Either Ava needs to or you need to unmute yourself. There's a little red
Doing it at
button in
the same time.
Yeah, now I hear you.
Yeah. Okay. Hi.
Hey.
Earlier, you were speaking a bit about holding on with someone, and I've been aware recently, become aware of this holding in my body. It's like the base of all this tension. There's incredible tension in the body, and then it was said, oh, holding on is happening. And it struck me like, oh yeah, it's this holding in me is happening. And I suddenly saw that just one of these little blind spots I've been wanting for it to unhold. So it's incredible. All these little blind spots just go on and on until you see them.
Yeah, it is like that.
Yeah, it's just and then it's obvious. But it's becoming so huge in in this awareness now. This, from when I wake in the morning, there's behind everything, there's a holding, and I've just been feeling it more, how what it is, and I I was playing with the thought of my body not being alive, and it was it was such a relief. It was like, I'm not here. I don't have to do anything. Sort of just playing with the idea that I'm not alive anymore, and it was so liberating. It was lovely. It was just, it really brought up this feeling of like I have to be doing something, and it's such a burden, and yeah, and yeah. So anyway, now just having seen the wanting, the holding to be gone, but but at the same time, even though that's here, there's so much love and flowing.
Amazing, huh?
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's no list at the moment, so if you want to sit with Isaac, you can just unmute.
Hello.
Hey, Uja. Hi.
Yeah, I feel only high. Hi.
Mm. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mm.
A lot of gratitude in my heart.
Mm.
Energy.
How beautiful.
Whatever. Thank
Yeah.
you for sharing.
Thank you. Mm.
Yeah. It's very holy a bit. But it's so natural. So natural. So
Yeah. I'll have a turn.
Isabella, could you just mute your microphone, please?
oh, was it not?
Hello.
Hello. I love this time just to sit and just be so quiet. These 2 hours. Thank you.
Anything you'd like to speak? No need, but you're welcome.
No, don't really have words or sentences or anything to describe or understand or anything. What any of your sensations.
How lucky is that? Huh?
Have a beautiful evening.
Thank you. Ciao. Bedankt. I see you.
I hope it's close enough today.
Yeah.
I'll speak a little bit louder, yes.
Thank you.
I don't know. I don't know if it's helpful to, it is like asking for support, and I don't know if it's helpful to speak about it somehow. It's around the old friendship. When last year, there was a deep pain around an old friend of mine, and we live here close by since a few years, and she is then with a new partner. And last year, a lot of resistance just fall away, and I felt so free again. And now, but there was always tension going on in the conflict. And now, one day I said it's better for me not to leave this as three, because there's so much tension going on underneath. And since then, a package of projection and all stuff came out so strongly. Was like, and a little bit like you with Facebook, it feels a little when you have this much amount, it's for me, but it's my oldest friend, and I feel just what's going on, and I feel just, and I wonder, one part is just, okay, this is happening, and then sometimes this try to fix something, but then where nothing to fix somehow, it's just happening.
Sorry. Thank you.
Thank you, Isaac. Thank you.
Laura, do I see your name next?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Watching this amazing movie where there's all these crazy characters.
Yeah. A bit wobbly today. Things are firing off in all directions, but there's such a sense of wanting to draw in. So I thought maybe to sit together, I'd be able to like consolidate it a bit, because I can feel the tendency to go manic and irritated, and when the deeper sense is to go in.
So what is it that goes in?
Well, there's a sense of just, you know, when this system is feeling a bit edgy and a bit vulnerable, it starts to go out to irritation and contraction and all this stuff. But then there's another pull to be quiet and still, but I'm not quite there.
Yeah, so my question is, so that I understand, but just the question is, what goes in? Seems like awareness is always here.
Mm-hmm.
All that moves is our attention.
Yeah, yeah.
Just to be clear, you don't move. You're aware of that movement, but you don't move.
So then it's my thinking that's moving all the time at the moment?
It's your attention. It's just the attention, you know, it's like, so we're resting here, and I can ask you to feel your bum on the couch. That's just a shift of attention, yeah? Then I can say, feel your posture as you're sitting there. It's just your attention moving and starting to tune into what it considers posture, you know? Is it just turning about the spine? Is it turning about with your head leaning left or right? Is it what all included?
And so when there's a sense, you know, every day is different, every moment is different. When there's a sense of the body feeling a bit wobbly and a bit vulnerable and emotion feels quite tender, is that, what is that?
Sure.
And why does the tendency then want the attention to go into it and into the mind and into contraction? Like,
So, you know, those movements, just if we're resting here, in the depth of the depth, what is that?
well, because my attention is everywhere, I don't feel very still to be able to comment on that. I'm not sure.
Can we ever comment on it?
There's a sense of it rather than a comment of it.
A knowing of it, yeah?
Yeah. But I don't know if that's here now.
I'd say it is. I mean, to me it seems like. Underneath the movements, underneath everything, there's just a knowing that there's spaciousness, yeah? How do you describe spaciousness?
But there is that sense, like now it's starting to come into light. It wasn't there before.
Mm-hmm.
So it's there all the time, but it doesn't feel like I always have access to it.
Yeah. So again, just for fun, what's the I that would have access? Ooh.
I don't know, my throat is so tight right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so throat is tight.
Which isn't a problem. I'm just
Yeah, you
sharing
just
that.
yeah, I get it. Yeah.
As if it's as if that means something.
Yeah, exactly. tired. Let me sit up.
I'm kind of enjoying this playing a little bit. Is it okay to just spend a couple more minutes?
Oh, of course, with pleasure. No, thanks for asking.
Yeah, there's something just, I don't know, interesting.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful.
So this sense of I don't want to say the word more or deepening because that kind of puts it away, but you know, this sense that when Michael was talking yesterday and these words we put on things about death and different dimensions, and to me that's a sense of a deepening into something. But I also feel that when I say that, then you would talk about attention, and in a way I feel like that maybe is saying, well, that isn't anything either. I find it very hard to describe.
No, I get it.
But I just find I sit in these meetings and more I'm just deepening into something.
Yeah, that you can't say what it is.
I can't say what it is, but then I can say, today I feel wobbly and my mind is everywhere and the tension is everywhere.
You know, to me, every time it deepens, we come in a certain way. It opens up layers that we haven't been.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's perfectly part of the process. You know, there's no problem.
And so that's what I'm interested in.
Yeah, what we say wobbly is just like there's some movements happening in awareness, which we've never been able to control. They're just doing their dance.
I guess my issue with wobbly is I notice how, like, just as an example, within my family environment, I contract and I become irritable and I'm not open, and then that's when a spiral can start to happen and it can go downwards, or I can come here and start to align again, as if that is something.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, you know, it's like the fact that it's even on your radar is fantastic. Who does that? And then once it's on your radar and there's a recognition, oh, that's lovely. It's all doing itself, yeah? Yeah.
Yeah, there's such a longing for that to do itself. And in that, it doesn't matter like what comes back, like where you're at, what you're doing. It and that's why I was interested to keep exploring, because I was noting these things rise up as you were like doing your thing. I was like, oh, this is interesting.
Yeah.
Are you still with me?
Very much. Thanks for checking.
There's a nice clearing going on now. Mm. I just had Patrick just shot into my awareness, Patrick Jones.
Okay, how far out?
Yeah, he was kind of my first teacher, and I know you were a big part of his journey.
Hi, Patrick.
Okay.
Beauty.
Really big. Thanks. Okay.
So welcome.
Bye.
Ciao. Ciao. Mm. Thank you all for showing up. Ava is at her parents now, and so she wants to have more time with them, and so we're going to just cut the meetings down to 2 meetings a week with me and 2 meetings a week with Micah. My evenings will be Tuesday and Sunday night, except this coming Sunday we're going to cancel it. So there won't be a meeting with me on Thursday or Sunday. The next one will be again on Tuesday evening. And then from then on, it'll be Tuesday and Sundays with me, and Wednesdays and Saturdays with Micah.
Isaac?
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing. So this Tuesday, shall we also already cancel this Thursday? Or shall we, because I was thinking of from next week, but for me it's also fine to...
I'm easy, whatever, it's your call. If you need the time with your family, totally cool.
Okay,
you say.
Then I would love to start already from if that's possible. Yeah, it would be good to have also a little bit of time. So yeah, and I will send out a mailing about it also so that people know. Yeah, and I will put it on Facebook and things like that.
Beautiful.
So yeah, then this Thursday and this Sunday, no meeting.
Are cancelled.
Yeah, that is the 23rd. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And I will host it now together with Pavitra. Yeah, I will send out some information about it.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Beautiful evening to you all. Yeah. Good night.